I got the pomade on my shirt. You guys didn't even tell me. Girl, bye. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Sush, and for today I have something really exciting for you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do your eyebrows. It's something super easy and super simple, and your eyebrows are just something so important, you know, it just frames your face. So we got to get that down pat first before you do anything else with your makeup. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get an angled brush. You're going to want to brush like this with the angled bristles on the end, something like this. Pretty much any cosmetic line has it, Milani, NYX. So first things first, you're going to need a spoolie like this, and an angled brush like this. So it's easier when they're stuck together like this compared to having two. I find that the easiest. You're going to want to brush your brows. Okay, let's get you really close. You're going to want to brush your brows first. So the second step would be to pluck any strays that you have on your brows. So it's been about a week and a half since I got my eyebrows done. So I'm just going to be plucking not anything up here, just under my brows. So I just plucked a few, and I'm just gonna brush through them again. And now we're gonna be going into our pomade. This is the pomade I'm using today. This is the Eyebrow. This is in the color, this is in dark brown. So you're gonna just wanna dip into it just a little bit. Not too much on the angled brush. I start at the top, and I just kind of shape it out how I want my brows to be looking first. And then once I have my line on the top, I just brush it down. So I did it really softly. I made a really soft line, nothing harsh, and I'm gonna be brushing it downwards so that the color, the line that I just made, blends into your brows. And then I'm going to be doing the same thing on the bottom. Okay, so I did the same thing on the bottom. I just made a soft line on the bottom, and I just shaped out my brows. My natural brows, I just shaped them out. And I'm going to be going back into the pomade a little bit. A little bit goes a long way with pomades. Don't overdo it, or it's going to be really harsh and it won't look natural. So now I'm just filling in the middle. So already you could tell a huge difference between my brows, and all I did was shape the top. I lined the top and I lined the bottom, and I filled in the middle a little bit. And you could already tell the difference between my two brows already. So I'm gonna keep going into the pomade now, and I'm gonna keep darkening the inner part of my brows. So these little clusters, you want to be sure you clean your brush a little bit, otherwise this is going to happen, and you don't want this. You don't want this on your brows. So make sure your brows are clean and not clustered. Now I'm going to make a little arch at the top of my brows right here. So I'm really going to define my brows by doing this. So I'm going to start mid-brow right here, and I'm going to just swoop up like this. And you can already tell right here, that's where I filled in my brows. So I did it really lightly so I could have a guideline to know where I'm going to fill it in when I go in with more pomade. So now I'm going in with more pomade. So with the little guideline that I used, I'm just going to fill it in a little bit darker now. So starting midway, And already you could tell a huge difference now that I made my arch right here. My eyebrows look completely different. But we're gonna get this eyebrow caught up as well. So all I did was I started mid-brow. I went in with some pomade. I put a little bit more pressure this time so the color would be a little bit more intense. And I went to my arch and then I just swooped down to my tail. And that's it. And now to clean up my brows, I'm just going to go in with some concealer. I'm just going to be using the L'Oreal Truematch and W20. To clean up my brows, I'm just going to go on top. I just went around my brows with some concealer. And now I'm actually just going to take a flat shader brush, anything that's flat. And I'm just going to, you could either pat it in with your finger, like so, but I feel like it's not as precise that way. It's just easier with a flat brush. And I'm just going to be brushing the concealer outwards from my brows. So for the bottom part, I'm just going to be using my fingers. Your eye area is a pretty delicate area, and since we are not wearing eyeshadow today, it's just going to be easier to be using my fingers. So I'm just going to be using my fingers for this part. And as I get closer to my brows right here, I'm just going to be using the brush and just clean it up a little bit. So after my concealer, I just conceal it, and you could already tell my eyebrows already look cleaned up and crisp. So now we're going to be going in with a brow gel. Any brow gel works. Today I'm going to be using the Anastasia brow gel. This is in clear. And I'm brushing upwards. Alright, so now we're going to be going on to the other side. So again, I did a little line on the top of my brows as a little guideline, brushing downwards. And then I'm going to be doing the same exact thing on the bottom of my brows, a little light line. And again, you're not putting too much pressure during your lines at this part. It's just going to be used as a guideline. So now I'm brushing upwards. So at this point, your brows should be looking something like this. And now I'm going to go and fill in at the middle part of my brows. So now that the middle part of my brows are filled, I'm going to go ahead and make that arch with my eyebrows, the middle part of my brow. And when you do the second eyebrow, when you do the arch, it's a little bit more trickier because you want to make sure it matches the other eyebrow. So you want to look at the other brow and make sure it is as precise as possible. When you're making your arch, you go a little bit higher and then you just connect down to your tail. And then going in with concealer to just clean up. I also put some concealer right here in the middle as well, between my brows, and I'm going to clean up a little bit over there as well. I usually do this step last after I know what my eyebrows are going to look like. Okay, and now you're probably wondering what are we going to do with the little boxes in between our brows. I like to make my brows look as natural as possible with the pomade, since the pomade's already so harsh. Now I'm just going to be using whatever's left over on our angled brush. I'm just going to be filling them in lightly because I want a natural look as possible. And I'm just going to be holding it upwards like this and making little strokes upwards. So it's going to be a nice natural look. And last but not least, we're going to go in with a highlighter. I'm actually just going to be using the palette that's in my hand right now. I'm going to be using Luster from the NARS Free Lover palette. This is the holiday edition. I'm going to be using this color right here, right under my brows, exactly where I highlighted, right here. And I like to really focus right underneath the brows, right underneath the arch. I really like to focus my highlight right there because that's kind of the star of the show. And I'm going to be doing the same exact thing on this side. And that's it, you guys. That's how you get some nice natural looking brows. It was really easy to do, and now that it's summer, it's just something super simple that you could just add into your makeup routine. Just no lashes like today, maybe just a little bit of lip gloss, maybe some blush, and you're good to go. So that was my easy, simple eyebrow routine. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope it was easy and simple enough to do. If you guys did like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down to my channel. There are new videos coming up every single week, so you definitely don't want to miss that out. So definitely click that subscribe button down below so you'll be notified every single week when I post. I hope you guys did really enjoy this video. I had so much fun creating it for you guys. If you did like it, definitely give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on next week's video. Bye guys!